All right, today we're looking at the ASUS UL50VS. Very nice, next-gen, new design laptop. I love it. They're pretty much showing you kind of what the future is going to be with laptops, what they're going to look like, what they're going to behave like, their performance characteristics, and their features. This one's got just about all the ones that I love. Just to give you a few of them, an LED backlit screen, DDR3 memory, dedicated hybrid graphics, a multi-touch, multi-gesture trackpad, the new style keyboards, 8-cell lithium-ion batteries that last forever. This thing is through the roof. It has a Centrino 2 processor. It's really impressive, and the best thing of all is it's really light and it's less than an inch thick. This is a 15.6-inch notebook and it's less than an inch thick. It's really nice. Now, if you were into computers about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something like this was going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars. Like literally, it was going to be like $3,000–$4,000. Nowadays, the prices drop substantially, and you get a really nice laptop just like this for a really nice price with premium features like this. I mean, it's hard to beat something this nice. So let's take a look at it. First of all, 15.6-inch, 1366 by 768 display. As you can kind of tell now, it's the new hot resolution. Everybody likes it. It will play a 720p video in native high def. It's got enough desktop where you can actively, multitask. You can do lots of good stuff, but it's not a really super high resolution screen where you have no ability to read what's on the screen because everything is so small. Those 1920 by 1200s, everything is way too small. So 16 by 9 aspect ratio is also a nice part of that because you do get to see a full video altogether. You get to see the whole thing, and you don't have letterboxes, which are kind of annoying, and you get to see the full video. So that's really nice. It's got the new style, chiclet style keyboard, so that's becoming also very popular. I think people are moving on. They're realizing that this is so much better than a regular keyboard. Don't use the regular keyboards anymore. They're just having a hard time letting go. The keys are all flat. So if you look at these keys right here, all flat. They have a very short throw, but very positive. Really nice feel. They give you the most amount of space. Also, this is a 15.6-inch, but it does have a numerical keypad over here, and that's because it's kind of like a half-size numerical keypad. It's not full size, but it's still there, and that's really important. If you're an accountant, if you're using a lot of numbers, doing a lot of Excel spreadsheets, this is almost obligatory. You almost have to have it. There's no choice because it's kind of necessary. Now, real quick, let's talk about the specs real quick. This thing has some pretty impressive specifications. They're very different. They're very new. I like them a lot. Now, first of all, the processor is an SU7300. So that's a ultra-low voltage Centrino 2. It's basically a Core 2 Duo processor that they underclock. They slow it down a lot so that it saves a lot of battery power, and that's going to give you a huge lifespan for your battery. With this 8-cell that we're talking about, I mean, they claim 12 hours in the package. I'm thinking it's more around 8 as the average, but that's still incredible. So that's a very nice 1.3 gigahertz processor. Again, it's the SU7300. It's got a 800 megabyte frontside bus. It's got 3 megabytes of L2 cache. So it's still pretty powerful as far as that goes. It's got 4 gigabytes of DDR3 memory, which again is also going to double the bandwidth of your memory. It's also going to decrease the battery draw of your memory as well, so it's going to give you a longer battery life as well. You also have a 160 gigabyte SSD, so that's another thing. Sometimes with the slightly underclocked processors and a slower hard drive, your performance suffers a little bit. With these SSDs, you make up that performance difference in the slower processor, and you get incredibly fast computing. With Windows 7, the way that it's already snappier than Windows XP and Windows Vista, plus the SSD, it just feels like you're on a really fast desktop. You can't even tell you're on a ultra-low voltage laptop like this one. You think that you are on an i7 that's overclocked with a really nice hard drive array, because this thing is really fast with the SSD, and it's really nice to have all that. Now, on top of that, has all the connectivity features you could want: 10/100, 1000 Ethernet, NVIDIA wireless, etc. So that's all really nice if you want to connect to your home network, if you want to stream HD video over your network, or transfer files very quickly. You have that ability. And then my favorite part of it all is the hybrid graphics. So check this out. Video cards are really cool. They give you the ability to stream an HD video. They give you the ability to play a video game. It's really nice, but they suck power and they suck battery life. This thing has 2 graphics setups. One is the GMA 4500 MHD chipset from Intel, which is an integrated graphics chipset, and that's what it's going to use when you're doing simple stuff, when you're looking at a website, when you're looking at your desktop, when you're doing a simple video. It's going to use that, and that's going to save you a ton of power. But when you want to play a video game, when you want to stream a Blu-ray, when you want to do a 1080p video out to the TV, it has a dedicated graphics card that will automatically switch between. So you have dedicated graphics, and then you have onboard graphics. Now, the dedicated graphics is the NVIDIA GeForce G 210 mobile graphics chipset that's got 512 megabytes of dedicated memory, and it's very powerful. It's also connected to the HDMI. It's going to transfer 7.1 channel audio out of the computer through your HDMI, which is also really nice. So very powerful setup, but again, it's hybrid, so you don't actually waste the battery life that you think you're going to be using. Sometimes when you have a dedicated graphics card, your battery goes like that, and it kind of sucks. This gives you the best of both worlds. You get the energy efficiency of the onboard graphics and the power, the raw power of the dedicated graphics card. Now, let's go for a real quick tour on this thing. Again, it's under 1 inch thick, very, very nice looking laptop, just the way it looks in general. Starting off from over here in the corner, this is basically your power AC adapter. You do have a fan louver for your graphics card right here. It will produce some heat, so that's there. You have a SD card readers, multi-card readers, going to do 5-in-1, SD, XD, all those MMC and MMC Pros are all going to go through there. That's the HDMI port that I mentioned earlier that will do your 1080p out there with as well as 7.1 channel HD audio, 2 USB 2.0 ports, and then your input and your output for your headset and your microphone. Also right here at the top, these are the ASUS Ice Cool palm rests. They don't get hot. Not a big deal, but it's kind of a cool feature that they do not get hot at all. Now moving to the front, all we basically have up here are a couple indicator lights, power, dead battery, or your battery indicator light when it dies, your hard drive activity light, and then right here is your Wi-Fi signal. Right above it, single button trackpad right there, multi-gesture, again, pinch to zoom, 2-finger scrolling, 3-finger right click. It's got a lot of really cool features. It's going to speed up your browsing and your multitasking. Very, very, very nice. I love these multi-touch and multi-gesture trackpads, really cool. Coming over here to the right side of the laptop, there are a few things going on over here. First of all, an additional USB 2.0 port right there. This is your DVD-RW, which is extremely thin. I don't know how they fit that in there, but you do have a full DVD RW drive right there. Will do, burn all your basic formats, Rs, minus Rs, plus Rs, minus Rs, RAMs, ROMs, you name it. Basically, it will do it. Over here is your 10100, 1000 Ethernet port, and then behind that, that's your VGA port in case you want to hook up your external monitor. And then finally, over here in the bottom corner, this is your Kensington lock. So if you want to secure this thing, you do have that ability, no problem. Now, also, it's important to note, right up here at the top of the monitor, you do have a very nice webcam. Works really great. Comes with an ASUS software suite for your webcam that'll give you a great low light performance and auto login features where basically it turns the webcam on to see if it's you, identifies your face, and then logs you into your computer. So you don't have to have a fingerprint reader or a password. So that's also very, very nice. And it's important to note that as you see on the desktop here, you are running Windows 7 Professional. So very nice operating system, best of the best. If you haven't seen Windows 7 yet, it's absolutely incredible. It's got an incredibly slick user interface. It looks great. It's very fast. It feels snappy when you're using it. So it's a really, really sweet setup as far as Windows 7. And it's the Pro version, which means that it has the XP mode. So if you have any old like relic business software that you need to use, needs to connect to your network or do something special, it will run on here. You just got to put it in XP mode, and it's going to work no problem. Very, very nice laptop right here. So if you're in the market for a semi-high-end, or actually I'd say upper mid-range high-end laptop that gives you an incredible battery life, has the latest design, latest specifications. I mean, it's really brand new. Like, this is like the cream of the crop as far as design goes. It's got the latest stuff with the keyboard, the LED-backed monitor, the cool new resolution that they're running, 1366 by 768. It's got the 8-cell battery, DDR3 memory, hybrid graphics. I mean, it's incredible. You're going to get all day competing with this thing. You don't have to take your battery charger with you if you're just going to use it for a day. You just pretty much leave it fully charged, take it in the morning the way it is, put it in a bag, and you're going to get it. Also, on top of that, comes with a couple interesting little features, just so you know. Comes with a nice little mouse. No big deal, but hey, it's a mouse and it comes in the bag. And also on top of that, you do get a very nice ASUS laptop bag that comes with it. So it's actually a pretty sweet deal if you want to check it out. That's it. ASUS N-Draft 10100, 1000 fast processor, 4 gigabytes of memory, an SSD. So there it is, the UL50VS from ASUS. Very nice laptop, very next gen, cool features. If you have any questions on it, email me, and I'll see you guys next time. If you want to get some more information on this laptop, go to com.puter.tv and type in ASUS UL50VS. For Computer TV, I'm Albert.